Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is another rousing episode of The Experience. I am Drew, and with me here, as always,
Justin from Spinebuster Tees and spinebustertees.com. And we are missing our third in our trio today, Ruben Prime. He is under the weather. And if you're watching this, Ruben, I hope you feel better, brother.
same from me, Ruben. We hope you're feeling well, and we hope
He'll be
you
back
make a
next week,
speedy
though.
recovery. He'll be back next week. He will be back next week. But nonetheless, me and Justin are here to cover the week of wrestling, and it's going to be a very news heavy show. As far as the regular shows goes, not too much happened, but of course, we will cover whatever did happen. We will give our opinions about it, just like we usually do. But I guess first and foremost, Justin, how are you?
Good. Same old around the shop in the area, things of that nature. But outside of that, staying busy and just enjoying life. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. So far, 2026 has been pretty kind to this household. Not too many bad things have happened. Kind of wish maybe a few more good things would happen, but I can't complain. Financially, I think I'm doing pretty well. But we'll cross the bridge when we get to it. But I'm pretty content with how things have been going. Which we're already like in 3/4 of the year. In March, we're about to hit April. We're about to hit WrestleMania season, which actually WrestleMania weekend falls on the same weekend as the playoffs, the NBA playoffs.
All right, so it's cool.
Gonna be some fun shit, especially with our Spurs. Our San Antonio Spurs are kicking ass. They've made the playoffs for the first time since was it 2019?
2019, yeah.
And they're already on a 50-win season for the first time since 2017. And there's a possibility that they can even hit 60, which at this point, I don't see why they wouldn't. But other than that, but yeah, just saying all those things, I'm pretty content. But yeah, let's do some housekeeping like we usually do to begin the show. So wrestler of the week, I really should create like a theme song for wrestler of the week. I'll definitely think of something, over the weekend. But wrestler of the week, if anyone's new here, we usually discuss who our favorite wrestler of the week is. It could be someone who did something in wrestling that we thought was worth noting. It could be someone who did something in wrestling that's just interesting to talk about. It could be WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan related. But Justin, go ahead. Who was your wrestler of the week?
Wrestler of the week for me is a name that we have not talked about in a long time in I would say a positive manner. More me than you, I will say that for sure. But he's been on a decline over the last half of the year, and I will say probably the last 2 months, or the first 2 months rather of last 2 months. Well, no, because we're in March, so technically last 2 months, February and March of 2026. He's starting to go on a upswing in utilization on television and character. That for me is Jey Uso. Jey Uso is my wrestler of the week due to him and his not necessarily character change per se, but more of an edgier character and the influence that he has in this current storyline with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Jey Uso is the hot-headed twin, and he's causing issues between the Bloodline at this point and CM Punk. If you notice on Monday, it was Jey Uso who pulled the strings to let Roman know, hey, attack him, go get him. And what did Roman do? He went and attacked CM Punk after that promo where Roman Reigns speared him and powerbomb CM Punk through the announce table. Also as well, Jey Uso has been, I guess, getting more triggered from other wrestlers saying, hey, you're just like Roman. You're just like Roman. And sure enough, he is slowly but surely turning into Roman Reigns. Is there a Jey Uso heel turn coming? I'm not sure. I don't know. But there is something for sure happening with Jey Uso that is going to culminate maybe at WrestleMania. Could he turn heel? Because before the whole Usos got back together and they won the tag team titles, they were kind of teasing Jey Uso to have an edgier character. I am not want to say that for him to turn heel, because I think there'll be a mistake on the financial end of WWE as far as their their t-shirt sales and merchandise sales, things of that nature, with Jey Uso on it, right? However, if there is something there for them to make him a more interesting character down the road, they could do that. There's a lot going on with this whole Bloodline and not Cody, but CM Punk situation right now. And maybe it's good about Cody and Randy, or we don't know. But at the end of the day, though, is a possibility that at WrestleMania that we could possibly get the full Bloodline back together, including a Solo Sikoa. Maybe not, right? We don't know. That's a possibility, though, right? Could there be a possibility of other members of the Bloodline getting involved? Maybe like Rikishi. Maybe like does Zilla Fatu come in finally, right? Do someone from the MFTs come on over to the Bloodline now? Is Dwayne The Rock Johnson pulling all the strings here? Could he be pulling all the strings here and possibly make Jay the new tribal chief and turn on Roman? I don't know. But as of right now, there is intriguement there with Jey Uso. And for that and that long explanation, his character and his utilization and the unknown with him makes him my wrestler of the week. Drew, who is your wrestler of the week?
No yeet. I'm playing. My wrestler of the week has been looking like a motherfucking superstar for the past 2 weeks. He is a guy that I've been high on, that a lot of people have been high on. He's a guy that we've all were saying if he wants to look like a superstar, he needs to eliminate a certain other superstar at the Rumble. Didn't happen, but finally they're pushing through with this feud at Mania. My wrestler of the week is the ruler, Oba Femi. Last week, he made his claim to go after Brock Lesnar. He accepted his open challenge at WrestleMania in our hometown of San Antonio by powerbombing his ass. And I got a huge reaction everywhere. Apparently, Sports Illustrated and other people covered it, which I'm like, all right. And then this week on Raw, same thing. He came out and he just, again, made Brock look inferior to him. So the ruler conquered the beast. Brock, I gotta give Brock credit. I don't think Brock deserves. I don't think Brock gets a lot of credit for how he puts over people. Brock always gets this notion about him that he doesn't care about wrestling, that he hates wrestling. He obviously cares about wrestling. He treats it like a business, but at the end of the day, if he sees talent in someone, he's going to put him on, regardless. And he sees Oba as the guy right now. Like, Brock's not the guy anymore. Brock just did a podcast where he just said straight up, like, I'm not going to be here for a while. Like, I'm here to take care of my kids. My legacy is my kids. I don't care about titles. I'm just here to take care of the business, also take care of myself. So Oba's looking great. I'm happy. I know Justin's happy. I know Ruben, if you're watching, you're happy out there. That Oba is more than likely going to beat Brock at Mania, and then he's going to go on to bigger and better things. Because
quick question: what if Brock beats Oba?
It can't happen.
I don't think it can't happen. He should beat Brock. I want Oba to win. He should beat Brock, but not fully convinced yet. Not fully convinced that WWE is going to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, booking now is not so good, but it's just like, what's it going to do for Brock if he wins?
Right.
Like, Oba needs this win so much more than Brock. This is Oba's time. Like, Brock's more than likely. I mean, there's talk about him retiring at SummerSlam this year because it's in Minnesota. So Brock can lose like 10 matches in a row for the rest of his career, and it won't mean anything. So if Oba does lose, that'll be dumb as fuck. That'll be the dumbest goddamn thing ever. And I don't even want to hear the story being spun around of like, at the end of the day, Oba should still hold his head up high because he was able to stand in the ring with Brock. Like, no, Oba needs to win.
Do you think that regardless of the outcome of the match, Oba's already looked at as a big star?
Yes, regardless. but it's just like, imagine what happens when he beats Brock.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm just saying from a standpoint of, okay, because this is what's going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. If Oba loses, people are going to see, they're going to see like, oh, he's buried. Oh, he's, WWE they don't have any faith in him. And I'm looking at it from a standpoint of like, he's already showing that he is very capable of being a Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. If he loses for one reason or another, right? Let's say Brock low blows him, and that's the reason why he loses, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't make Oba look bad if he loses. Now, if he gets like dominating, clean as a pin, clean as a sheep, okay, that's different, right? But I don't think they're gonna go in that direction. So I'm just saying, I'm saying this March 25th, 2026. I'm saying this now. There's a possibility that Oba will lose. I don't want him to lose. There's a difference. I do not want him to lose. He should win. I want him to win. I'm just saying I'm not surprised if WWE goes down the route. Reason being is because look at the first 2 weeks of this feud. Oba's on top. Rock has had no type of offense in whatsoever. If this continues this same path, guess what's going to happen? Brock's going to win. I want Brock to really beat the shit out of Oba sooner rather than later. So that way they can at least look, we'll see. We'll see. But right now they're giving Oba a lot right now. And I don't know if that's gonna be good for his chances of winning at Mania.
No, I agree. I think eventually Brock will need to do something to make himself still look dominant. Right. Because if it's just like Oba constantly bitching out Brock, it's like, this looks way too obvious. So it needs to look even keel. Brock still needs to remind everyone, I'm still Brock Lesnar. I'm still the beast, So I wouldn't be surprised if next week or maybe a few weeks heading into like the final week of Mania, we're going to see Brock look more dominant and make Oba look human pretty much. So, but yeah, it's just, again, all in all, Oba needs to win. Oba needs this win more than Brock. Brock's going to be.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Guys like Oba, they need those big wins, especially if you're going to be. Because Brock was the next big thing. Oba is the next big thing.
No, he's the ruler.
Right, but you know what I mean.
I know what you're. Yeah,
he's the ruler. He's the ruler. If he's the ruler, he needs to rule. He needs to conquer. Guys like Trick, guys like Javon.
This is gonna be one of those pivotal WrestleManias where it's like, oh, the future, like 10 years from now. Oh, this is the WrestleMania where Oba won and Trick won that big match, and Javon Evans became Intercontinental Champion, whatever, right? Like, oh, like that's the start to this next era, whatever this next era is going to be. It started at WrestleMania 42. You know what I mean?
Right. But what I was gonna say was like, I'm looking at all three of them. They're all being booked in different ways, and that's good. Oba is being booked as, the big monster and he's killing everybody. Trick looks like $1 million and he's someone that they're going to want to like main event shows. So, and they're putting him in the ring with main event talent. They're having him go against Randy and Cody and Drew and Sammy. Sammy looks like the WrestleMania match for Trick. And for Javon, they're putting him in with guys who know how to work. Because Javon's talented. He's also 21. He's still a little green, so they want to shake that green off of him and put him in the ring with guys that know what they're doing. That kid, facilitate a match, like the Americanos, with New Day, and then eventually it might even be Javon versus Penta at Mania.
It's possible. So, he kind of alluded to that.
That's a fucking match of the year candidate waiting to happen,
dude. If they give him time, and I mean, holy shit,
it's gonna be dope.
But yeah, 2 weeks in a row. Oba's your rest of the week.
Yeah, I liked how they kind of modified his music a little bit, where it just does the and then just goes, and then it stops and has that pause for like 10 seconds. Dun dun. I'm like,
hasn't always been that way.
no, it would just have the dun 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 dun, dun, and then it would just go into the dun dun. It wouldn't have that pause between.
Well, okay.
I don't know. I like it personally. I think it adds.
I didn't really notice.
No, I noticed it. I noticed it last Monday in San Antonio because I'm like, they didn't change his music, did they? And like, no, they just modified it. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, keep that music the way it is. I'm still mad what they did to Stephanie's music. That song sucks. That theme is fucking garbage.
Like, Def Rebel made one good one and not so one good one. So
it's like, I don't know. It's so the most generically made stock music I ever heard in my life. But again, you never know. They could just bring her theme back. We'll see. But I mean, they did it to AJ. AJ had like that generic rap music for a little bit, and then he got you don't want none. You don't want none. Like that's what I hate with the Def Rebel was like you just have the wrestlers say something and then you have like the generic song.
Say their phrase at the beginning or something like that.
Yeah, like was it Jordan Grace has "It's not over until I win."
I don't even know Jordan Grace's theme.
Yeah, I forgot Jordan Grace was even on the show.
Well, she's injured, but you know.
I know. I like Jordan Grace. I just want her to do better. It's not on her, it's on booking. All right. So didn't watch too much of SmackDown, just the main course. You had I do remember some things. You had Randy Orton come out and just basically start shit with everybody in the back. He got in Zack Ryder's face and just called him a nerd and then shoved him. And then later on the night, beat him up again. The promo he cut I thought was kind of interesting. Like he didn't cut the quintessential heel promo of like, you people. He basically just said, hey, I'm still me. I just want to be champion. And I still love Cody. I just did what I had to do. I would have done that if it was Drew McIntyre.
Right.
And he even said that last week when he was talking to Cody. He's like, this is supposed to be easy. This is supposed to be Drew, not you. So I like the little things they're doing with Randy. With this heel turn is that it's not too obvious. Because Randy, at the end of the day, he's much better as a heel. Because I know Randy's a nice guy now. We got nice guy Randy, and I like nice guy Randy. I like the fact that he's a family man, but he just works so much better as just this methodical, almost like evil dick. Like it just comes natural to him. So, that's going to make the match at Mania mean something more with him and Cody. It might even be a better match than the Punk and Roman main event, if I'm being perfectly honest.
I mean, probably so. I think you got the two better pro wrestlers in that match, possibly, but I think Roman and CM Punk may be remembered as a better match due to the story. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think both. I'll say this: the build for WrestleMania last year is not night and day from last year to this year, but it's better. It's better.
Yeah.
It's getting, I mean, it's again, there's still a lot of like, what the fuck are we doing? Why it's like right now they're driving speed limit. They're in the fast lane, but they're driving speed limit. They're not going fast. They're not going slow, but they're being comfortable. Last year is like, you're going 40 in the, in the fast lane. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I mean, well, wait, what was that?
I was driving fast, and then
is that how you drive typically? You drive?
Yes, that's exactly how I drive. I drive like this. I move my hands up and down, and then I go.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway,
I swerve when I drive.
Well, yeah, swerve shirt. Yeah. So Spinebuster Tees, where you can come get this T-shirt. You can barely see it. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, I mean WWE, they are they're the build is better. Is it great? Hell no, it's not great, but it is better than what it was last year. So
yeah, I mean, I am liking the build for the big matches. I know we're kind of skipping ahead, which is kind of what we're going to do tonight.
Well, I mean, we are talking about, Randy and Cody, but but it is part of that conversation.
Right. I mean, with AJ and Becky, I like their promo on Monday. I thought it was pretty good. It had some zest to it. Becky, I gotta say, Becky, I think is in the running for Women's Wrestler of the Year so far. I think she's doing a great job.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Being that we're 3 months in right now.
Yeah.
Looking at everybody right now, it ain't Jade.
No.
It's not Jade, it's not Stephanie. On the AEW side, it's not really Tekla. Mercedes hasn't been around. And I get to knock out one news story real quick. It ain't gonna be Toni Storm because Toni Storm is gonna be out for at least for at least like most of the year. That was coming from Mr. Dave Meltzer that she's going to be out for a very, very long time. That's pretty much what, a very, very long time. And she's out for a non-injury. She's not actually injured. So speculation, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, she got ran off TV last week. So it's not Toni Storm either.
Right. She was attacked by a mysterious person in the back. I saw that.
It may have been Mina Shirakawa, but we'll see. I mean, that's just my early guess, but yeah, man. Yeah, we'll I mean, the AEW's women division right now, missing a lot of big stars. Missing Mercedes, missing Toni Storm, missing Britt Baker, missing, I won't say Thunder Rosa, but regardless. But regardless, though, back to your point. Becky Lynch, yeah, I think she's definitely up there for Women's Wrestler of the Year through 3 months in.
Yeah. I mean, she cut a very good promo on Monday. I think, again, I think she doesn't get enough credit for her promos. I think they've really improved with her as a heel. And AJ did a pretty good job.
It took you a while to come around on that too.
I think with Becky, it's just she sometimes falls into that, I'm going to be a little goofy but serious at the same time. Whereas this feud with AJ has really brought out the seriousness in her, and I like it. I'm liking it because you can tell there's maybe a little bit of truth to it, that's usually how the best feuds work, is that there's always an ounce of truth to it. And I thought AJ cut a very good promo too on Monday, so I think that makes the match between them mean something.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to Randy, Randy's going to be 46 this year. You couldn't tell by how fucking Jack Diesel he looks. And going into Mania, he really has a chance to really do some of his best work as far as like character work, because I don't see him working any matches before Mania. I can see him.
He should not.
No, he's going to be cutting. He's going to be doing a lot of promo work. There's going to be a lot of action.
None of the 4 main eventers should be doing any matches.
No. Agreed. But yeah, but he's going to be doing a lot of character work, and I can see him pulling out some of his best character work in a while. So, there's obviously going to be some action involved. You're probably going to see a brawl with him and Cody. But yeah, that's just how I see it. But how'd you feel about Randy's promo?
I thought it was fine. Wasn't it's not anything great. I just thought what Randy did overall on Friday was very good and a very good story progression. And we just gotta wait to see when Cody comes back and he attacked one of Cody's best friends, Matt Cardona. I mean, it's I really have nothing really much to add to it. I mean, I'm just waiting for next week. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be fair, it's like probably the only interesting thing happening on SmackDown. It's the Randy thing. But
what is there anything else on SmackDown outside that you take away from?
I know it looks like they're setting up Mello and Dragunov at Mania for the US title, which I wouldn't fucking mind. It can either happen at Mania or probably happen on the SmackDown before Mania.
Do you think they could do like a multi-man match of some sorts?
I mean, they could. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I just personal bias. I would love to see those two have a Mania match.
Oh no, I agree, but you know how WWE is. They want to try to get everyone on the show as much as possible. You know?
It also would seem very rushed. And I know we're talking about how the booking is, but like that would seem rushed for them, where it's like we're setting up this feud, but let's throw everybody else in for no fucking reason because we don't have anything for them to do.
I mean, what would you do with guys like Aleister Black, for example?
I like Aleister Black, but he doesn't have anything going on right now. I know he just beat Sami Zayn recently. I can see them building him up after Mania as something big, but in the meantime, it's like Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal kind of seems like it's in its.
What do you think about so Sami Zayn and Trick Williams? Think they have a one-on-one match at Mania?
I wouldn't see what I mean. That kind of seems like the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know the way it seems. Sammy and Trick, that can only benefit Trick. Same thing with Mello and Dragunov. I mean, they main evented No Mercy on NXT a few years ago. I remember you and me were like raving about that match. So yeah, give him a Mania match. I mean, Mello so far has been doing great as the US champion. I love Dragunov. So shit, give him a Mania match. Give him time. Let him go out there and just kill it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just like said, "Hey, SmackDown main event." It's like, okay, like what the fuck. Looks like you kind of mentioned it earlier somewhat. With Solo, looks like Solo's breaking free from his MFT group after a loss for the tag team titles. Because last week, Damian Priest and R-Truth are now the new WWE Tag Team Champions.
Yep.
So, the MFTs who were feuding with the Wyatts, I don't know if that's a thing anymore. It kind of looks like it's not.
I mean, it's been going on since the birth of this nation, 1776. So,
okay.
I mean, it's been going on forever.
Really uninteresting feud. Do not care about this feud. Don't care about the Wyatts. Sorry. I know Bodell seems like a nice guy, but it's just like you can't keep getting opportunities of people that are nice guys. Like you gotta do something, and it's not working. But
well, what would you do with the Wyatt Six right now? If you were in charge, what would you do with them?
I gotta be mean. I gotta be the mean parent. Just get rid of them. They haven't done anything. Wow. They haven't done anything, dude. You can only come out and get a reaction from your entrance for so long. Like they haven't really progressed. They haven't done anything that was.
I agree, but I don't know about fully getting rid of them. But
I mean, maybe not fire all of them consecutively, but it's like maybe add some new blood to the team to make it interesting. For one, I would personally get rid of Nikki Cross and replace her with Tatum Paxton.
That doesn't do anything, though.
I mean, it breathes some new life in them and makes them interesting.
That's not gonna make them interesting.
I
love Tim Paxley, but like I feel that you're just saying that because hey, I like Tim Paxley. I want to see on the main roster, and this fits.
Yeah,
probably. That's the only reason. But like, if you look at it in theory, like okay, Tim Paxley, you remove Nikki Cross, you add Tim Paxley. What does that do for the group?
Probably nothing. Also, what is Eric Rowan? Does Eric Rowan actually wrestle?
I mean, he doesn't have to wrestle, man.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't. I mean, to me, he doesn't really have to wrestle. I mean, it's a tribute. It's a tribute group from his fallen comrades. It's like like I'm not gonna question that. Oh, does he wrestle? I'm not gonna question he needs to wrestle or not. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
I mean, he probably wrestles on the house shows and stuff like that. But like, to me, he's there for aesthetic.
Right.
He's older now too. I think he's like in his 40s. I want to say.
Yeah, so he's just there for muscle, pretty much.
Yeah. He's about to be 45 this year.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I guess keep him around for other reasons. I don't know. Like, if you want Bo Dallas to be a producer, maybe have Dexter Lumis be a be a trainer in NXT. I don't know. Like if they have something to offer that's not their bodies, obviously keep them.
I mean, even though the tag team division is shit right now on SmackDown, which a year ago is crazy to say, because a year ago it was like the best in wrestling. Now it's shit. Like right now, you need the tag teams that you need right now because you're not using anybody. You're not using Angel and Berto. They're in AAA. Fraxium, which is a damn crime that they're not being used.
That pisses me off.
Like that's like possibly you got the best tag team in the world just sitting there not doing nothing, right? You know what I mean? Gargano and Ciampa. I mean, obviously we know what happened with that. No more Pretty Deadly, Mercy Machine Guns. I mean, they're just there for mentorship, really, pretty much. I mean,
which it looks like they're gonna align with Candice and Gargano.
Yeah. So.
And then Gargano.
And Gargano, he's down. He's got to have a match in at Stand Deliver against Miles Bourne. I guess he's just gonna be down there. I guess he's just there to put him over. He's just there to put him over. He's not gonna be doing anything WrestleMania weekend. Like, hey, let's get one of our biggest all-time NXT stars, put him down there, and let's have him put over the new young North American champion.
That's another thing. It's like all these partnerships you have with AAA and TNA. It's like you don't have anything for your guys to do. Just send them down there. Send White Six down to TNA. Have them, work with some of the talent there.
They don't, but I guess for whatever it is, they are not sending main roster talent to TNA.
I mean, they fucking should.
I agree, but I don't know if what was signed because we don't know what the partnership was signed. I would say, like, with the exception of a couple of one-offs, right? Like for example, like AJ Styles, he didn't wrestle, obviously, right? But you can have a couple of our main roster guys, but no main roster guys has gone down in a significant way to TNA.
I don't know. There's a lot you can do. I mean, you look at Mike Santana, who's going to be in NXT next week when they're in New York. Fuck, like do something fun. Just have Mike Santana come out for like a spot where they're like in Madison Square Garden, for example. Because I know they're going to be in Madison Square Garden for Raw. Like I'm just spitballing. Like have Mike Santana come out and wrestle CM Punk. I'm just throwing.
Well, we know that WWE can get any TNA talent that they want, but TNA cannot get any WWE talent that they want,
and that pisses me off. Like I think,
and that's why I say you're crazy for thinking Cody.
I know I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy because I want wrestling to be interesting and fun.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just one of those things where it's like I see it from a mile away, and I know how WWE works. They're going to take, and I give enough. I will say, you know what I mean? Like, when's the last time, like, outside of like TNA times, when's like the last time they actually sent me by major to TNA?
And that's another thing is like, why not?
They did the thing with Triple Williams for a while, which is great, but
like, why not send the people down that you're not doing anything with? Like, send Finn down, send Judgment Day out there to work with some of the talent. Send who's another name? Sami Zayn. Send him down to work down there.
I think they figured that. I mean, Sami Zayn, he's on SmackDown every week. Judgment Day's on Raw every week doing stuff. They're part of, I won't say major, but they're part of major stuff to the show.
Yeah, but then eventually what happens after that? You know what I mean? Like, you're telling me Finn Balor versus Mike Santana wouldn't be fucking fun to watch?
Oh, it'll be fun to watch. It'll be very fun to watch, but what will be the result?
I mean, Mike can win.
No, Mike will win. But how does that look for WWE? So you gotta think about it from that aspect. Like, is WWE gonna send one of their major? Well, Finn Balor is considered a major star down there to just lose to the TNA champion.
I think they will. I think if it's like Cody Rhodes, Cody's gonna win.
Yeah,
if it's CM Punk,
I don't see. I personally.
If it's Jey Uso,
now if they send down like, let's say
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, Kofi. Yeah, that's a good one. Or a Gargano, right? or a it'll be another one. Grayson Waller.
Oh, yeah, Grayson's Waller did in this ass.
You know what I mean? But once you get to names like LA Knight, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think they're gonna let LA Knight lose, even though they don't really utilize them. But if you send someone in there like Dragon Lee, let's do Dragon Lee versus Mike Santana, I can see them playing Mike Santana over cleanly. So it's also who you send down there.
Or Rey Mysterio.
Huh?
Rey Mysterio?
Ray can barely get out of bed. He ain't gonna go down and wrestle in TNA. He ain't gonna wrestle in TNA.
What about Dwayne Johnson? Dwayne Johnson.
What about? I mean, imagine them sending Bron Breakker down there. Yeah. Imagine them seeing Bron Breakker down there. Do you expect Mike Santana to be a Bron Breakker?
No.
They have to put him. They gotta put him over.
He would beat Austin Theory. That's for damn sure.
Well, I mean, yeah. But there's levels to this too. So it's but do you want to see Austin Theory versus Mike Santana match? I think it'll be a good match. I know how you feel about Austin. Well, not Austin there, but Grayson Waller for sure.
I don't know. Just I don't know. Just send your talent. You're not doing anything with the TNA or AAA. That's more so TNA.
Okay, do you know what will happen? Right? You send Austin Theory down there. He loses to Mike Santana. He comes back on Raw. Then you know what's going to happen. Podcasters and you in particular, they're going to be like, well, why should I give a fuck about? He lost to Mike Santana. He lost to a TNA wrestler. It won't be fair. There's no winning in that. There's no winning in that, especially when they're trying to. I don't want to say they're trying to build an Austin Theory per se, but they are trying to make them seem important on TV for the most part.
It ain't working.
Huh?
I mean, it ain't working so far. I mean, they might win the tag team titles next Monday.
So your answer is set him down there and just let him lose because it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I just want TNA to benefit from this somehow.
I agree, but there's better ways of doing it. There's better ways of doing it.
But like I mentioned, next Monday on Raw, they're going to be in Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
One of the big matches is a street fight for the tag team titles. It's the Usos versus the Vision of Logan Paul and Austin Theory, which could mean one thing: the Vision wins. Because you mentioned before with Jey Uso, your wrestler of the week, he seems a little aggressive. He's even said on Monday to Jimmy, I don't care about the tag team titles.
Yep.
And then earlier in their match with the Usos and the Vision, LA Knight came out and took Logan Paul's breast.
What a hell of a combination there.
Yeah. He took Logan Paul's brass knucks and threw them to Jey Uso. I was thinking the referee was going to stay distracted and Jey hits him with the brass knucks and gets the win. Instead, he hits him while the ref's looking, and it causes disqualification. So, which ended up playing into the theme that Jey is unhinged. He's lost it. He's out to go after everybody, according to Jimmy. But, I mean, that's fine with Jey. With Jay's new character is that he's not doing he's not doing the goofy stuff anymore. He's trying to be more serious. So I'll give him that. And then just to kind of,
he still does the this is my thing. I just want him to just do the entrance with the yeet. That's fine. I'm cool with that, right? Say yeet every now and then, right? Just don't make it your entire shtick. And that's what WWE did for a while. We're gonna make everything yeet this, yeet that, yeet this. Every now and then is good, but I think right now, if Jey continues to go along this path, I think I think people will start to turn the 180 again on Jey. Like, oh, I love Jey. Oh, I never hated him. Oh, that's what a lot of people online will probably be saying. So,
yeah. And just to kind of, I guess, fast forward to the end of the night. So you had CM Punk come out. They're in Boston. He cuts his promo, and then just basically talks about Jey Uso, and then Jey Uso comes out, and Punk stares at the camera and goes, "What's he gonna do? Yeet me to death?" And Jay just pretty much says, "I'm gonna beat your ass," and blah blah. Jimmy comes out to try and like subdue Jay because he's trying to be, I guess, the guy to make peace with everything because Jimmy likes everybody. He even warned Punk, Jay's on a warpath. Just be careful.
Yeah.
And Jay even brings up, where's Roman at? Like, where the hell is he at? And then Roman comes out and then looks at Jimmy and says, I'm going to say this politely. Get the hell out of my ring. And then was it Punk? Punk says something to Jay. I forgot what it was. He just says, like, you're like, Jay's stupid or whatever. And then Jay goes at Punk, and then Punk punches him, and then Jimmy punches Punk. And then Roman gives a pretty bad Superman punch on the back of Punk's head. As everyone's being subdued, you hear Jay outside the ring talking to Roman, but calling him Joe. Says, Joe, get him. And then Roman spears Punk and then power bombs him onto the table outside of the ring. You see Punk laughing, like he's laughing in pain, going like, I'm inside his head. Best in the world, bitch, is what he says. So, again, it makes the story interesting because now you have these outside forces of the Usos, possibly Solo, all the other Samoans, because Roman said last week, he told all the Samoans, it's like, if you want to get Punk before Mania and after Mania, you can go after him right now, but at Mania he's mine. So just to sell it, Nia Jax even talked about it. She called Punk a small man. Jacob Fatu talked about it. Zilla Fatu, who's not signed with WWE, but he talked about it, where he said, if I see Punk, it's on site. Beat his ass. I know Rikishi gave his 2 cents like he usually does, but like I mentioned earlier, I think Randy and Cody could be the better wrestling match. Punk and Roman's going to be the bigger match. It's going to probably be the more memorable wrestling match in a sense, where there's going to be a lot of shit happening. It's a Roman Reigns match, so there's going to be a lot of gaga. There's going to be a ref bump, and there's going to be some interferences. There's a possibility, the way it looks, is that we're going to get the Bloodline reunited with the Usos, with Solo, possibly, maybe even a Sami Zayn. You never know. Or
straight babyface Bloodline again, or not again, but like a more babyface Bloodline
ish, babyface ish. But maybe it's not Roman in charge. Maybe Jay ends up becoming the new tribal chief.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier too. That was one thought I had too. Yep.
So again, definitely makes things interesting. I forgot to mention, there could be some other Samoans showing up at Mania. Maybe even Zilla Fatu makes his debut in WWE at Mania. You never know. But that's how Raw ended. Like I mentioned, next week they're in Madison Square Garden, which it's the Garden, so it's going to be a huge fucking show, regardless of what happens. But how'd you feel about that promo with everybody?
Better than last week's. Still not like great or anything than the first 2 promos, but I thought it was better than last week, and story progression and character development, especially with Jay. And also kind of like with Punk too as well. I don't know if you think he was Joaquin Phoenix's Joker for a little bit there, kind of laughing at the end, but I thought it was fine. That was fine. I thought that was a big improvement from last week.
Yeah, agreed. They're definitely adding something to it, because that was kind of my worry. I'm just like, okay, where are we going? Is like every single Raw going to end with them talking and then getting mad at each other?
Yeah. So, and it got physical. I mentioned last week, it had to get physical. And they rectified that immediately. So
I'm going to turn my camera off real quick. I'm still going to talk, but I agreed. Like it needs to get physical, because the point is that these 2 guys hate each other. And I brought it up last week that how is it that these 2 guys are saying these fucked up things to each other, and there's no security. There's no Adam Pearce saying, I got to protect my main event of Mania. This is huge. I don't want you guys hurting each other. Maybe someone gets hurt. I got to protect my investments. So I mentioned that last week, and they finally did it this week. So I'm happy that they did that. But as per the rest of Raw, we just kind of skim over it real quick. Mention Oba Femi, the Usos and the Vision. I did mention that as well. Becky Lynch promo I did mention with AJ. I almost said AJ Styles. I'm getting everyone's name wrong. Like AJ Lee, where Becky has that line saying, "I murdered the Divas era." So she's talking about
I mean, you got AJ Lee, AJ Styles, LA Knight, Eli Knight. So you got a lot of similar names in the WWE. So
what's up, Chris? Chris Matthews in the chat. Javon Evans versus Grayson Waller. Kofi trying to bring in Javon Evans to the New Day, which looks like it's going to end with Javon Evans versus Kofi Kingston. I don't know if they'll do that at Mania.
That's not a Mania match.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, it looks like that's just going to be a one-off, and then it's going to lead to Javon going after Penta, which that's the Mania match right there. But
yeah, because I like as of right now, like who on Raw. Because you know they ain't leaving Penta off for fucking WrestleMania. That's for fucking sure. Who in reality can go after the Intercontinental Championship on Raw? Really, right now, really to me, it's really only Javon. I don't really see anyone else even close to that. No. Maybe when they could do Rusev, but I don't want to like Rusev and Penta. That's not in 2026. That's not a WrestleMania match. You know what I mean, it has to be Javon. To me.
No, agreed. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Paul Heyman, another big segment of Monday. He went out and wanted television time to talk about Seth Rollins and called out Seth. And once Seth showed up, the Boston police were there to arrest him. Paul's pretty much just like, did you really think I was just going to let you come out here and not get arrested? I called the cops on you. I issued a restraining order against you. So you're already violating that, pal. And as the police are carting Seth away, Paul is talking shit, saying pretty much just like, after you get your ass whooped, I'll take care of Becky after Becky's done dating the entire locker room. And after that happens, I'll take care of your daughter because you're unfit parents. And then Seth goes in and just, knocks out Paul, but ends up getting arrested, like I mentioned, and already took his mugshots. So Seth has a mugshot. So question, who do you think is Seth's WrestleMania opponent?
Bron Breakker.
Okay. Do you think Bron Breakker's showing up next week?
He's going to have to because leads me into another news story here. Bron Breakker, where is it? Oh yeah. Coming from Mike Johnson and PW Insider Elite, Bron Breakker is expected at the WWE Performance Center this coming week, which is this week, as part of the process to be cleared for a return to the ring. It is gonna be Bron Breakker. He's gonna be one of those hooded guys. He's gonna get speared. He's gonna get revealed, and that sets up the WrestleMania match
in the Garden. It's gonna get a huge reaction. I'm fine with it. Braun versus Seth.
That's a long-term story anyway with it. So,
all right. So I'm looking forward to that. But what'd you think about the Heyman thing?
That was a very good promo. I mean, Heyman's great. I mean, he's very rarely where he has a promo where you don't care at the end of it. So,
and Heyman just gets it. Like he gets little things that work.
Yep.
And that's what just makes it work with this promo is you believe that Heyman is that much of a weasel and just a slime ball that he actually did call the cops on Seth Rollins.
Yep.
It was like, I want to issue a restraining order against that man. You had Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus the Kabuki Warriors. Bayley and Lyra won. It was a decent match. More than likely, we're probably going to get like a multi-women match for the women's tag team titles, which is going to involve these women. So that's kind of seems the way to go.
At this point, what do we see EO doing at WrestleMania?
That's the one thing that worries me because you can't waste Io.
There's no way you're not gonna have Io Sky on WrestleMania.
I'm agreeing with you because Io, she was my women's wrestler of the year last year. She was your wrestler of the year last year.
Yep.
And it's like, how is it that you don't have a plan for Io? So if I had to guess, she's going to be a part of the women's thing.
Who's her tag team partner?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe she replaces what the fuck's her name? Not Asuka, but who the
Kairi Sane.
Yeah, maybe she replaces Kairi Sane.
She's gonna team with Asuka.
Yep, probably.
How?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of matches.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm just thinking of matches.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I mean, since Rhea's going after the SmackDown title, maybe Io can go after the SmackDown US title. Her and Julia. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just about as confused about this as you. It's just like, how do you have nothing?
I will say this as of right now, unless I see something next week that sways my direction. I see Io in the women's battle royal.
Oh God, I don't like that at all.
I don't either. Like, you think I want to say that, but I'm just saying that's where I'm currently seeing it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, the Intercontinental Championship match, you had a rematch between Penta and Dom. Before the match happened, Stephanie came out and just beat the shit out of Liv, and they fought, all the way to the back. The talk is that they were actually fighting, like they actually were shooting at each other. There was a video afterwards where Raquel and Liv were walking, I guess, to their bus, and Raquel was all smiles. Liv looked legit pissed. So. Again, it's kayfabe.
I haven't heard anything, any news about that. I don't think that was a shoot. I think they were just working with each other.
Right. No, I'm agreeing. I'm saying, yeah, it is, kayfabe. Like, they're selling the fact that they hate each other, because Liv talked shit about Stephanie talked shit about Liv, and Stephanie wanted to beat the fucking piss out of Liv. Like, it's on site. So again, these little things make the match mean something. These little things make these matches mean something. I can't say the same thing about Rhea and Jade, because the only thing that they've been doing for the past week is saying, "You're a bitch." No, you're a bitch. I'm a bitch. No, I'm a bitch. Okay. That's basically been the whole feud so far.
I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. It's because it's the truth. Rhea has not had one good story going into a WrestleMania. Not one. Great matches, but story, no. Can you name me one story that she's had? So you're thinking about it. The fact that you're thinking about it this hard, that should tell you your answer right there.
Anyway, so Dominic Mysterio and Penta. You're not wrong. I mean, she's had good matches. I mean, the match with Charlotte.
Matches. Great. Her and Charlotte, the triple threat. And I think both of the Charlotte matches was good. Obviously, the one at 39 is way superior. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of your biggest all-time female wrestlers in the history of the company has not had one great story going into WrestleMania.
I know. I never thought of it that way. But I'm just like, wait, you're not wrong.
She's like, I'm not comparing the same thing, but like she's like Will Ospreay, because I can name off a lot of Ospreay. Well, let me finish here. She has a lot of great matches that you can remember, but I can't remember a great Ospreay story. I can remember a lot of great Ospreay matches, but I can't remember a great Ospreay story. Same thing for Rhea Ripley. I don't remember a lot of great, Rhea Ripley matches, but like even like outside WrestleMania, I don't remember one great Rhea Ripley storyline that directly involved her with the women's championship. Not one. There's other stuff adjacent to it, like her rise in the Judgment Day, but that had nothing to do with the women's championship. I'm talking about women's championship feuds. Don't remember one great one.
Now I'm agreeing. StreamYard, please clip that. That'll be a great story reel to put up. No, you're right on the money. I mean, good matches, but like, what was the story? I mean,
like fantastic. She has a lot like fantastic matches.
Yeah, like I mean, I guess the story with Charlotte at the last WrestleMania match they had was that everyone's afraid of me, but you're not, and that pisses me off, and that was kind of it.
You're about 39, right?
Yeah. Wait, no, not 39. No. Yeah, 39.
Are you talking about Pandemic?
No. Not the Pandemic. Yeah, 39. That was when they were in LA.
Yeah.
And then the match with Becky, I don't even remember what the story with that was. And then last year, the triple threat. I mean, I guess there was kind of a story, but not really. I mean, it ended up being
but it was nothing memorable.
I mean, it ended up being my match of the year. It was a
fantastic match. No, like I said, the match is fine. Like I could tell you, like, look, like Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson, Revolution, one of the best all-time AEW matches. To me, is one of the best all-time wrestling matches. Period. Right? Me personally, right? Not top 10, not top 20. When I say best all-time, maybe top 50, right? Because there's like hundreds of thousands of wrestling matches we can pick from. Top 50 is like not a slouch. You're like a 0.5% of that. Anyway, there was no story for the match outside it being a dream match. I remember the match. The match is phenomenal. I remember the match. No story other than being a dream match. So, I mean, maybe and we're talking about Jade here. So maybe Jade will have her best match ever. But right now, there's no story that we can really give a shit about going into this Mania match.
You know what I think I might do? I might just make this whole conversation like a not just like a
you're just gonna make it a short. Well, not a short, but you'll make it an on-demand video on YouTube.
Yeah, because this is interesting. I don't think I've ever heard anyone explain it like this before. So I might just not just mine. I'm gonna take this clip.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to do more like that. Like just make like a special playlist, or maybe even make like a separate channel for like clips.
Oh yeah, that's what a lot of YouTubers do actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start doing that from now on. All right, but yeah, Dominic Mysterio versus Penta in a rematch for the Intercontinental title. Finn Balor came out, caused a distraction. Penta got the win, so he's still Urinor's Intercontinental champion. But that was Monday Night Raw. Raw was actually not terrible. It was pretty decent. You had a lot of storylines going through, and we just got how many more weeks until Mania? 3 weeks.
Yeah, we got next week, the week after, then so 3 more Raws.
All right. And like I mentioned with NXT, I obviously saw what happened. Yeah, Zarya come out and talk to Sol Ruka and just say, you took away my opportunity. And it's pretty much like it should have been me. So they're setting up their match at Stand and Deliver, which is next Saturday, which me and Jeff Lippman will be covering. And
that is ridiculous, by the way, but they're doing it. God, man. I don't know why it's not on WrestleMania weekend. They could have figured something out with that, but whatever.
Oh, then our girl Ren last week won the women's speed title, so good for her. We're happy for her. Yeah. And then next week it'll be Kendall Gray versus Lola Vice to determine who will be wrestling the NXT Women's Champion JC Jane at Sandalwood.
It better be Kendall. She better win too. That's the big
I
thing.
agree.
She vacated the belt. I was waiting for that, waiting to either lose it or vacate. She vacated. Now she has to win. She has to be the women's wrestler in that division. The top name in that division going forward.
No, I'm agreeing. I agree. I very much agree. And it looks like they're setting up Tatum Paxley versus Blake Monroe for the North American title. It should be fun.
Yeah.
When last week, Blake Monroe dragged Tatum down to hell. And then this week, Tatum attacked her in the bathroom. So I thought that was kind of fun. Yeah, that's pretty much NXT. So,
well, I mean, you missed the fatal 4-way. I mean, Joe Hendry versus Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, and Tony D'Angelo is going to be set for.
I called that.
Stand Deliver. Then also as well, you got Miles Bourne versus Giant Gargano. Yeah. So you got that going. Then you got Los Americanos. Looks like they are the advance in the number 1 contenders finals against Birthright. Got two. That's the thing I don't really agree with, but it's two heel teams going up against each other. But whatever.
I mean, Americanos, I guess they're kind of faces. They're faces in AAA and they're heels on the main roster. So, looks like Birthright looks like Birthright is going to win since they want to make that into a thing. And
I would like to hope so.
Wouldn't mind that. Yeah, that was NXT. So let's get into some news. So let's start off with the big news, if you want to go ahead. So Ted DiBiase, a federal jury recently acquitted former WWE star Ted DiBiase Jr. of all 13 criminal counts tied to a Mississippi welfare fund scandal. This verdict has ended a multi-year legal battle with DiBiase Jr. successfully defended himself against allegations of wire fraud and money laundering. In a recent Twitter post, Ted DiBiase Jr. broke his silence after being found not guilty. The former WWE star wrote, "A Mississippi jury has acquitted me on all charges. I am forever indebted to nationally recognized trial lawyer Eric Hirschman, who guided my overall defense strategy and stepped in to masterfully cross-examine the government star witness." He also added, "I have seen firsthand and agree with Ice Cube. Eric Hirschman is the best lawyer in the country." Ice Cube. "Thank you for defending my innocence and bring truth into the light. Forever grateful." So he looks like he's a free man. The law says so. Justice prevails, so to speak. Would you happen to have any other information on that case?
No, I don't really care about the case. And that's not the reason why I want to talk about Ted DiBiase. The main reason I want to talk about Ted DiBiase is because that I don't know if you saw earlier today, a gentleman named Scott Gilbert, I guess they were in Ted DiBiase's home, I want to say, doing like some type of live video, and Ted DiBiase was talking in the background on the phone, pacing back and forth, and it was said that Ted is going that he's going to be at Las Vegas during WrestleMania 42 weekend. Brings up the conversation. Do you think that's a possibility that Ted DiBiase would be involved with Cody and Randy Orton? Do you think that's a possibility that WWE will bring him in?
I mean, he's a free man. He's not in trouble. So,
yeah.
I personally don't think it'll happen. I don't see why it does. I mean, for storyline purposes, continuity, but it's like, unless you plan on bringing back Ted DiBiase as a wrestler, I don't see it happening.
I mean, he doesn't have to be a wrestler. He could just come in for like a run-in. I'm not saying that I want to see it, but I'm saying if it does happen, this is how I see how they'll do it. I'm just want to clarify that first.
I mean, you can have Ted come in as a segment, it pretty much is like, what a Cody's Ghost of Christmas Past. and try to be the mediator between him and Randy, and then he gets RKO'd or whatever the fuck. But if it happens and they find a way to make it interesting, cool. Because again, at the end of the day, the law says he's a free man. He's not guilty. So, and I don't know enough about the case.
He was not guilty. Not guilty was the verdict. So
yeah,
whether you agree with the verdict or not, you know what I mean? That's
I don't know enough about the case to really comment on it. And if anyone's watching, listening in the YouTube chat, feel free to give the lowdown on what really happened. But if he comes back, cool. Like, that's really all I gotta say about it. Like, it's not something I'm pining over, but if it happens, then that's all I gotta say. Speaking of WrestleMania, so as you know, it is like you have to pretty much give up a kidney to go to any of these WWE shows. WWE is offering fresh ticket deals as we get closer to WrestleMania 42 in Vegas. The company is trying to fill Allegiant Stadium for both nights of the big show. There are 25 days left until the 2-night flagship pay-per-view event. WWE has now launched a limited time sale with a 25% off of, or 25% discount on tickets. Fans can use the code 25 days in all caps. The code works for WrestleMania 42, SmackDown, and the 2026 Hall of Fame, and the Raw after WrestleMania 42. This is a part of an ongoing push to improve attendance after recent reports of slow ticket sales. WWE has already changed prices behind the scenes. The prices of entry-level tickets were quietly lowered. The cheapest seat for night 2 dropped from $254 to $177. Night 1 tickets fell from $228 to $177. And WWE is clearly trying several different strategies to turn WrestleMania 42 weekend into a full house at WrestleMania in Las Vegas in Nevada. So yeah, WWE is realizing that maybe we shouldn't be charging an arm and a leg. Let's try to fill this house up. It sucks. Like, they're still going to continue jacking up prices, but their biggest show of the year is not filling up, and they're realizing it. So they're like, okay, we gotta do something. We gotta drop these ticket sales. But what's your thoughts on it?
I don't care. That doesn't affect my life whatsoever. I mean,
I'm not saying if it affects your life, but how do you feel about?
I don't like. It doesn't really matter because they're gonna fill the stadium anyway, right? If they pay for the tickets or not, right? The stadium's gonna end up filling. I just think that it's even more ridiculous that people are paying $10,000 to go on a bus tour with Cody Rhodes. Like, shit. Yeah, have you not seen that?
No, I didn't see that.
Well, I have it here. Let me see. I have it. I thought I did. I'm not a liar. Oh yeah, right here. So apparently it may have sold out by now, but there was someone that worked for Team W that sent out emails, and they were informed that that they were interested, or that the person that they sent the email to was interested in the Cody Rhodes bus tour experience. And the Cody Rhodes bus tour is at $9,950 per person, 12 total guests. The event is a ride along with Cody Rhodes as he drives a bus to one or two iconic Las Vegas landmarks, accompanied by a professional Las Vegas tour guide providing live commentary. Then it's gonna happen or Saturday or Sunday on the night that Cody is not wrestling, which is most likely going to be Sunday. But yeah, apparently it's sold out already. That's why ticket prices are going down, because people like this is paying $10,000 for these ridiculous things. I mean, you're gonna be with Cody. I don't know about $10,000. I don't know if we're gonna be with $10,000 though. I don't know about 10,000, but let me ask you a question. What's the most you'll spend on a WrestleMania ticket? Like, if you could go to WrestleMania and let's say it's gonna be like let's say it's gonna be a banger card, WrestleMania 40 level as far as like anticipation, excitement, the great card, or whatever. What do you think it will be the most amount of money that you'll pay for a ticket or a pair of tickets? You and Betty
I'm
going.
not spending $1,000 for anything. Maybe to fix my car, but the most I'll spend for a ticket is $200, and that's the most I spent for a ticket was $200.
Damn. Yeah, that won't even get you. That won't even get you to Vegas.
That got me to that got me to Vengeance, and I got floor seats. I got to take home my chair.
Yeah. But I mean, what was that? Like 2007 though?
2011.
Oh, yes, 2011. Yes, you're correct. Yes.
Actually, I think it was more. I think it was like 250 something.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was just me.
Yeah, it was like 15 years ago. Believe it or not, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think the most I'll spend. Now it won't be all cash straight up, but I think the most I'll spend will maybe be top level card. You know, it's gonna be a great show. Night 2. Let's just say night 2. I think I'll spend 2,000. That'll be the most I'll spend. The most I'll spend will be 2,000.
Like, if I had that kind of money to spend, if I had that kind of cheese to spend, then I would consider it. But I don't know. Like, you know, I mean, I've said time and time again, once people stop showing up to the shows, they're gonna realize they need to drop the prices. But people are still showing
there's
up.
people who just have fucking money to spend. Man.
I know, that's the thing. Yeah. Like, there's still people showing up. Like my best friend, she took her and her 2 kids and her kid's best friend to Raw,
right?
And it was like 730 something for all 4 of them, and she had to do like some payment thing. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they could do like the paying for or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm just like, again, if you have the money, more power to you. Like if I had that kind of money, I'd probably do it. I'd probably do the same thing. But was it $9,000 just to ride on a bus with Cody Rhodes?
$9,950 to be exact.
I mean, I don't like Cody Rhodes that much. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like $9,000 and you get to stand next to Stephanie Vacour, it's like, still, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you can't compare standing next to Stephanie Vacour for $10,000 versus going on a tour bus for like a couple hours of Cody Rhodes. Like that.
I mean, I'm being cheeky. Like, I'm being funny. But I don't know. I saw some other thing for, was it I forgot which one of the pay-per-views. It's going to be in Italy, and one of the packages includes, hey, make pasta with your favorite WWE superstar. It's like, what?
Yep. Yeah, I did see that one too. Yep.
Fucking insane. But again, if you have the money, it's not my money to spend. It's your money.
True.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame news. This was announced sometime, was it March 20th, I believe, so a few days ago. Dennis Rodman, NBA Hall of Famer, or Naismith Basketball Hall of Famer, 3-time NBA champion, former Spur, or 5-time NBA champion, sorry, 2 with the Detroit Pistons and 3 with the Bulls, is now in the WWE Hall of Fame. If anyone remembers Dennis Rodman's wrestling history, look up WCW. He main evented 2 shows, I believe. It was him and Hulk Hogan at Bash of the Beach versus Diamond Dallas Page and Karl Malone. And I'm trying to think of what was the other main event that he was in?
He was also involved. It was, I believe it was Hogan and Rodman versus the Giant DDP.
All right, there you go. There was that.
And he also did other wrestling matches outside of WCW as well. So did you know that look, I'll put it to you this way. Dennis Rodman never wrestled officially for WWE. He's going to be put into WWE Hall of Fame, but you know where he has wrestled at? He's wrestled at, or appearance at rather, or wrestled. He made an appearance obviously in WCW and AEW. He made an appearance in AEW.
When did he come on AEW?
It was like last year, 2 years ago. Let me see. I think it was on the pre-show, if I'm not mistaken. For a damn it, where is it? You go and continue as I find this real quick. But he did make an appearance in AEW.
Known for his 90s WCW stint, particularly with the NWO and Hogan, he will be honored during WrestleMania 42 weekend in Las Vegas on April 17th. Rodman joins a 2026 class that includes AJ Styles, Stephanie McMahon, and Demolition. His WCW run was from 97 through 99. We already talked about that. Iconic moment, he famously skipped a 1998 NBA Finals practice to appear on WCW Nitro. I do remember that. His final match in WCW was against Macho Man Randy Savage in 1999. I do remember that.
Yep.
And then post WCW, he made other appearances, including for AEW in 2023.
There you go. There was that Collision, September 2nd, 2023. His segment was involved with Sanjay Dutt and Jeff Jarrett. So there you go.
And he was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. So, two-time Hall of Fame. I don't know. That's weird. Like never once wrestled for WWE. I mean, again, it's one of those things which is like, well, WWE owns WCW. It's like, yeah, but he never actually stepped foot in WWE.
Yeah, he was never involved on WWE TV at one point. So,
which is insane to think about.
Yeah,
because like that Rodman from that Bulls era, he would have like him in the Attitude Era. That would have been like
like him and Mike Tyson.
Dennis Rodman versus Dennis Rodman going toe to toe with DX. Dennis Rodman and
he'll be. I think he would have been part of DX.
Yeah,
just like how he was part of the NWA. I think he would have fit with DX. Like, I mean, you ain't gonna put Dennis Rodman with the Godwins,
or Dennis Rodman and the Godfather.
Yeah.
Dennis,
yeah.
Dennis Rodman. If there's one thing I know about him is he likes O's.
Yep.
He would have been fucking him too in his tour bus. That made Eric Bischoff. He said he walked in on some shit that he can't even like repeat. I'm pretty sure what it was. Fucking Dennis Rodman squaring off with Steve Austin.
Yep.
Kind of like Mike Tyson. That would have been fun. I don't know, man. I think he had a missed opportunity. I did see Dennis Rodman. He was on some wrestling reality show on the Country Music Network.
Yeah, like Hulk Hogan's, whatever it was. So
it was him, Danny Bonaducci.
Danny Bonaducci.
And a Screech.
Yeah.
And some chick from the real world. So which Dennis Rodman won, which that was kind of like
I mean it's a Hogan running it, so it's like,
yeah.
We're gonna put you over, brother.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
We're gonna show you. We're gonna show the world that I'm not racist, brother.
Yeah, I like you, brother. You're one of my brothers.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, good for old Dennis Rodman, the Worm.
Where would you rank him as far as top wrestling celebrity of all time? I think he's definitely, as far as contributions, he's top 5 for sure.
Definitely he's top 5.
100% top 5.
Because like he can obviously work. He had, the matches that he had were not terrible. He was pretty good. Yeah, top 5. Yeah. Definitely top 5. Celebrity athletes. I'd probably rank him number 1 or number 2.
Celebrity athletes in. Nah, it's Tyson for me, man. It's Tyson.
Well, as having a match.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's not a lot either at the same time. I mean, you got him. I mean, what do you want to do? You want to go Kevin Green?
Or Lawrence Taylor? Or actually, I'll go Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, no. I mean, that it's small, very, very small pickings. I mean, Gronkowski.
Let me reel it back. So yeah, just celebrities in general. He's definitely top 5.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the greatest. He's probably the greatest defensive player in NBA history. He was coming out at a big time. That dude can go out there and get you 20, 25 rebounds.
He's definitely one of the greats, but I think about Mutombo, bro. I think about Mutombo. You think he was a great defender?
Yes, he was, but Rodman fucking would change a game. Rodman was good at getting inside.
He was great. I just don't think about Rodman as like one of the top defensive players. I mean, I think about Bill Russell. I think about Batumbo. I mean, Wemby's already, you know, uh, I just, but whatever.
I
Teach
don't
you
know, like
some.
I don't know, like there's clips you can look up of Rodman just like pissing guys off on the court by just looking at them, by just doing that. So I don't know, but Rodman definitely top 5 as far as like celebrities in wrestling. Um, Logan Paul is in that category as well. There's no doubt about that. He might even be the best. Um, Bad Bunny, you can throw him in there. Um, who are some other ones? I'm trying to think of some other ones. There's a lot. There's too many. But yeah, that's a good top 5 list of celebrities in wrestling. Sticking with the Hall of Fame. So it was announced, I believe yesterday or the day before.
I believe yesterday. Yeah.
The son of Psycho Sid, or Sid Udy, Sid Justice. His name is Frank. It was announced that he will be in the WWE Hall of Fame, which is a long time coming. He had talked to Bill Apter and said they reached out to our mom of all people, which makes sense. She's the main point of contact, and they kind of let us know last week if we would be interested in it and everything like that. And we thought about it. Obviously, anytime the fans get to celebrate Dad, it's a concept. And Sid, as we all know, he passed away back in August of 2024 due to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He joined Stephanie McMahon, AJ Styles, Demolition, and Dennis Rodman in this year's class. Good for Sid. I mean, this is a good addition. It sucks when they have to die to be put in.
Yep.
I wish this is something that should happen a lot sooner, but at the end of the day, he's still in. His son gets to induct him. I saw someone make a joke saying that he's going to skip his Hall of Fame induction, having to go to a softball game.
Yep.
Which that did happen. I think he got out of WCW or WWF.
So like he started off in Japan, went to WCW, then he went to WWF, then he left WWF because he wanted to go play softball. Then he came back then he went to EC. No, then he went WWF. Then he left to go play softball. Then he went to ECW for a little bit, and Japan. Then he came back to WWF, went to go play softball, then went to WCW. So he loved his softball.
Yeah, what's up with Thrillers? But yeah, good for Sid. Anyone in the chat, give us your thoughts about Sid Justice.
Some were pissed off that he was in the legacy wing of the Hall of Fame.
Was he? He was. I think I already said it. He wasn't in already yet, right?
No, you can't be a legacy. I think people just misinterpret what the legacy wing of the Hall of Fame is. You're still in the Hall of Fame. It's just that you're not getting a formal introduction, formal speech, for a reason. Either the family doesn't want to do it, or or they have nobody to do it for them. But WWE still wants to honor you in that respect.
No, I mean I'm fine with the legacy wing, but at the end of the day, he's in the Hall of Fame. That's all that matters.
Now I agree. I think they should. It's long overdue. They should have done it a long time ago, right? Like Bam Bam Bigelow. How is Bam Bam Bigelow not in your Hall of Fame?
I could have sworn he was in already.
I don't. Maybe.
Hold on, let me look.
What am I thinking about?
Hold on.
Maybe you're right. There's someone that's still not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, no, he's not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's right. He's on the Hall of Fame.
Hold on, let me look it up. All right, so here are some wrestlers that are not in the WWE Hall of Fame. Okay, so these are they paired it off into different categories. So legends with complicated relationships or controversies. Chris Benoit, we know that. Owen Hart, Miss Elizabeth, and Ivan Koloff or Ivan Koloff. Okay, I thought you were going to say something.
No, you're just reading the names. I mean, why can't I read? Oh my god, like we know why they're not in there.
Why isn't Ivan Koloff in? What's his? Oh yeah, lawsuits. Never mind. He was in a lawsuit with WWE.
Yep.
Thrillix said something. By the way, I love the background behind the cams. Gives me an idea. Oh, thank you, Thrillix. Active or
see what he said.
He said he likes the background for the current thumbnail or the background what we're doing tonight. So, active or recently retired legends yet to be inducted: The Rock, which he'll be inducted soon. Bryan Danielson and Jim Cornette. So, and then others who deserve recognition: Lex Luger. I could have sworn he was inducted already.
He is. Look at the date of the article.
Well, it's not really an article. It's more of a.
What's the day of that particular thing being posted?
Well, no, I typed it in on Google and it just came up with names.
Oh well, yeah, I don't know.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Obviously he's in.
Demolition's already in. King Kong Bundy. The British Bulldog and Honky Tonk Man, Sabu, and Jeff Hardy. Which they apparently
He said Jeff Hardy?
Yeah.
Where's Matt? Why is Matt not there?
Well, no, I was about to segue into that. They according to Jeff, they did ask him if he wanted to be in the Hall of Fame. You said not without my brother.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Sabu, I mean, you have a lot of ECW guys. I'm surprised I haven't been in because Paul just went in. Van Dam was in, so I mean, Sabu just passed away. Why not put in Sabu?
Yeah, he'll get there eventually.
Okay.
I mean, you got to put him in, New Jack in, Tommy Dreamer in, Sandman in. Shane Douglas, that's probably not going to happen for a while, but Shane Douglas, he deserves to be in there, right? Mike Awesome, Masao Tanaka. I ain't go on and on with names. Raven. I ain't go on and on. Tajiri.
Right.
In some aspect.
Which Raven's working with TNA. So maybe that can maybe that's like an olive branch between him and WWE. So New Jack's also in the WWE 2K game.
Yeah, he's getting an action figure as well.
Yeah, so maybe that made something.
Yeah, it's online exclusives. Look, probably won't be out until later to the end of this year, but it looks good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't wait to get your hands on that. So, but that's pretty much any Hall of Fame news. If there's anything you want to bring up,
I'm sorry, that's all news yet.
No, Hall of Fame news. That's all the Hall of Fame.
No, we're good. We're good.
Tama Tonga got in some trouble recently. In a recent TikTok, Tama Tonga has finally reacted to his big WWE fine for posting rehearsal backstage, and he is not bothered by it at all. In a recent TikTok clip, Tonga said the fine was worth it and urged fans to stay positive.
How did Tama Tonga? What did Tama Tonga do?
So he posted a clip, basically of them doing a rehearsal before a SmackDown. I believe the clip was of Triple H, doing his entrance for him or something. So yeah, he posted on social media, and that's what he got in trouble for. Which, far back, Tiffany Stratton posted a clip of a ladder match he did in NXT, but a rehearsal for the ladder match, and she didn't get in trouble as far as I know. But Tama Tonga got in trouble. So, but basically, he just said that he's been in the doghouse his whole life and made it clear that he's not letting the punishment affect his mindset. And yeah, so I guess a quick question: How big are you on kayfabe?
How big am I on kayfabe? Kayfabe is everything in pro wrestling.
Well, I meant for you. Like, how do you personally feel about it?
Yeah, I just said kayfabe is everything in pro wrestling. Yes.
Well, I meant as far as oh, you can't like you can't post something like that. That's
no, he's an idiot for doing it.
Okay. I mean, I agree. I do agree he shouldn't have done shit like that. I mean, Tiffany shouldn't do anything like that. I, I don't. I mean, I feel strongly about kayfabe, maybe not as much as anyone else does, which is why I had to stop watching Unreal, because I just thought it was giving away too much. Like, I thought, I don't need to see how the sausage is made. I don't need to know every little tidbit about somebody's life. I don't need to know that somebody loves anime when they're supposed to be on TV and be a killer. You know, I don't need to
bother me. That like what I mean by kayfabe is that like
I don't need to see Bruce Pritchard yell at Abyss. Like, I don't need to see shit
I don't like kayfabe is everything in pro wrestling, but kayfabe's been dead for over 20 years too at the same time. So I mean, this is just like the cherry on top of it. You know what I mean? Like everything that we know about about pro wrestling and what goes on backstage is we're pretty much not 100. We weren't 100% spot on, but we were pretty much spot on with a lot of stuff that happens back there. It just solidified it. So I'm big on kayfabe, but kayfabe is dead. You know what I mean? For the most part, there's only a few people that try to keep kayfabe for the most part, and not and stay in their character.
Right. Another thing is just like, you have this Unreal show where you're basically just giving everything away. Why are you finding Tama Tonga with it?
Why? What? I'm sorry.
I'm saying, like, they already have this Unreal show where they basically just telling you everything is fake and imaginary, right, and nobody really hates each other. Why are you finding Tama Tonga?
Yes, but they're only going to show certain aspects of that. So I get that, and I get where you're coming from too as well, but there's still a sacredness, I guess, to it, even though that they put it up on Unreal, but also at the same time too. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of Unreal is kayfabe. A lot of it is a work. Like,
yeah.
So like they're working the shoot. So, you know.
No, I mean, I think the scenes where they're in the board meetings, I think that's fake, personally. A lot of the stuff backstage where they're walking around and talking, I think that seems more real to me, in my opinion. But all in all, it seems weird to kind of like slap Tama Tonga on the wrist about that, when it's just like they're already doing that. So at the end of the day, it's just, I do agree kayfabe does need to be protected, but everything's already out in the open. So what can you do? But speaking of Unreal is now an Emmy-nominated show. It has been nominated for Outstanding Sports Documentary Series, Outstanding Sports Editing, and Outstanding Sports Graphic Design. So, or is it 3 Sports Emmy Awards? I don't really know what the Emmys are.
You're at the 3 nominees.
But I mean, this is obviously good for WWE, because this has clearly been something that they've wanted for years, is to be nominated for awards and possibly win. I mean, they even want to win Oscars. I know Marissa McMahon, who's the wife of Shane. She was a part of an Oscar-nominated film that came out last year. It's called Train Dreams, which is actually one of my favorite films of the year. So I guess that's kind of the closest they're going to get to that. But overall thoughts on Unreal being an award show?
I mean, it just proves that what WWE is doing, that they feel like they're in the right of what they're doing, and this is what solidified it for them. So, it's good that they're getting recognition.
Let me ask you something, because Paul Heyman, he pointed this out a few years ago. Do you think wrestlers on Raw and SmackDown should get nominated for Emmys?
No.
All right. Why?
Because wrestling is more of a sport. To me, I consider it more of a sport, even though it's scripted, That means if that's the case, like, because I consider more a sport, then that means where you draw a line. Like, do NBA players get nominated for Emmys? Do NFL players get nominated for Emmys? Do UFC fighters get nominated for like, it's like, where do you stop?
Well, I mean, those are different because WWE is being treated as more of a show, whereas the NBA is, a live sport. So is WWE to an
That's what I'm
extent.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I consider it a sport, even though it's scripted, a scripted sport.
Right. All right. I just wanted to get your opinion.
Well, what's your opinion on it?
I kind of agree with you, where it's just like the promos. That's a part of the show. The backstage segments are what really makes it a show. But as far as like the matches goes, that's where you dip into sports territory. So it really does eliminate it from being nominated because as far as I know, I don't think the Emmys nominate just straight on like sports. Then I gotta say best match.
Now, if they were to go into the territory of like some of their documentaries, obviously you have like Unreal and stuff like that, right? But like because they have like their Untold series that they do on YouTube and things like that, sure, maybe an Emmy for something like that if it's good enough, right? But to me, I'll just say this: if something like if something like the Dark Side of the Ring has not gotten an Emmy or Emmy nominations on some of the great episodes that they've done, I don't see WWE getting anything like that. I don't see AEW getting anything like that. I don't see TNA getting anything like that.
No, I agree with you. I'm surprised Dark Side hasn't gotten nominated. And they put out some pretty. I mean, especially like in the beginning, they put out some pretty quality.
Yeah, like season 1, season 2, amazing stuff. Like the Ben Wall one alone should have. That was their best episode, obviously, right? Best 2 episodes, rather. To me, I think that should have gotten some type of recognition. If that didn't gain recognition, I don't really see, anything wrestling getting recognized, except for in this case, Unreal.
I could have sworn I heard the Daphne one was getting some award talk, but I guess that's not the case. But we'll close it out, or I guess I'll close it out on my end with Javon Evans' response to Kevin Nash, which we talked about it on the show not too long ago, where Kevin Nash referred to Javon Evans as too fucking Mr. Bojangles and needs to be more urban. Javon replied to it on a podcast where he said, if you're not doing anything right, they're not talking about you. If you're doing something right or they have your names in their mouths, you're grinding. Some people have to do that just so they can get views or whatever. Either way, at the end of the day, the young OG is going to keep doing his thing and keep on being Javon Evans. No matter who likes it or who doesn't like it, I'm going to keep having fun, bro. Literally, me being me got me to where I am today. Apparently, I'm doing something right because my bosses love me. So, Javon, with a very classy response, as you would have expected. Pretty much just like, hey, any publicity is good publicity. If you're talking about me, if you're talking shit about me, then I'm doing something.
Yeah.
But good for Javon. He took the high road. He seems like a classy kid. Seems we're saying kid, but he's 21, 36. But happy for Javon. I remember when we talked about it, we kind of all agreed. I mean, we don't think Kevin should really get in trouble, but what he said was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I think he's also like my mom's age or close to my mom's age. So he kind of has that view on the world where he's not necessarily a racist, but he does say some things that you're really not supposed to say anymore. And he did own up to it. Kind of, but it's a dead and buried issue. I don't think anyone cares. Obviously Javon doesn't care. But how do you feel about Javon's comments on this?
Just what you said is a damn buried issue and don't really care.
Yeah. But that's all the news I have.
Okay. There was a couple of ones here. We'll start with not really a news story, but this pop up on the news feed. And we didn't talk about this from Raw, so I want to bring this up real quick. Gunther does not have a clear direction going into WrestleMania. He defeated John Cena at the end of last year, almost 3 months ago, and he hasn't been on TV in 3 weeks. Where's Gunther? What is he doing at WrestleMania? What the fuck? And clearly Rey Mysterio is injured as well, so he may not have that feud with Rey Mysterio. What are we doing with Gunther?
Like what you said, what the fuck? I mean, he's one of your biggest stars. He's one of your best wrestlers. He's probably the best wrestler in that company. You had him retire Goldberg. You had him retire John Cena. You had him retire AJ Styles. And you don't have anything for him on WrestleMania? Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you have a job and you don't have anything? Like if you work in creative or you're a producer or whoever, how do you have a job if you're not going to think of something for Gunther to do, who's one of your biggest stars in the company? I mean, the only thing I can think of is that Paul Heyman hires Gunther to go after Seth. That's kind of, I guess, my only thing I'm thinking about. If
to go after Seth, but what about Bron Breakker?
Well, no, I was going to say that if Braun's not 100%, that can be another option. But still, it's just like, how do you not have anything for Gunther? It's fucking retarded. It's dumb as fuck. It's just dumb as fuck. It's literally the dumbest fucking thing I've heard of. It's not having anything for.
Oh, no, it's the dumbest fucking thing ever. I mean, there's a lot more dumber things that happen. It's dumb. It's very dumb. I don't know, it's the dumbest thing ever, but
I don't know what we're doing anymore with these creatives. Like, Jesus Christ.
All right, well, yeah. I mean, there's really nothing much to add on that, but I'm surprised you didn't bring this up, but I am surprised. Well, actually, I'm not surprised, I should say. But have to talk about it. It was in the news, and next week it's not really gonna be anything relevant, I don't think. But remember back in 2023 when WWE sold to TKO, or it was like late 2023 or early 2024, I should say. One of the bidders, I don't know, did you hear this story about one of the bidders that bid?
Oh, yes.
One of the bidder from Base 10, a company backed by Tony Khan, AEW's Tony Khan, placed a bid on WWE when it was up for sale in 2023, according to court filings, and that's coming from Post Wrestling and Brandon Thurston. There was no details about how much he bid, what was the bid for, but Tony Khan put a bid. I believe it was one of four potential buyers. Tony Khan had a 25% chance at least to take over WWE. Wow. Imagine that. I will ask this. If Tony Khan were to, let's say he were to win, it wasn't going to happen. Vince wasn't going to sell Tony Khan. But let's just say crazy Vince is like, you know what? I'm your boss now. Whatever, right? Let's just say that did happen. Do you think WWE would be better and be in a better position right now than what's currently in?
I mean, I don't know about better because AEW is exactly in a better
spot. Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think better as in, you can say creative, yeah. Just everything going on with it. Do you think that, think you'll be in a better position right now than what it's in currently?
I think it would be a little bit more interesting. I think because Tony would have access to a lot of, I guess, more bigger stars.
The crossover would have been massive.
It would have been.
We would have for sure had Omega and fucking Seth versus Ospreay by now. Yeah, Danielson will be back over there. Sting could possibly make a fucking return in like
that's Sting.
Like it, what I mean? Like, you could have done like it's just a lot of massive stuff.
I mean,
stuff that they could have done.
You could have done some interesting stuff with, I guess, Sting, like with some part-time stuff, like Sting versus The Rock. That could have been an interesting part-time match with both guys.
Anyway, Rock ain't gonna let that shit happen.
We're talking about possibilities if it would happen. I'm just pointing that out.
Oh, yeah, but even Rock wouldn't allow that shit to happen.
It would have been fun.
You want to go out there against who?
I'm pretty sure The Rock knows who Sting is. Come on, everyone knows who Sting is. Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega. AJ Styles versus Ospreay. Javon Evans versus Ospreay.
Yep.
The Young Bucks versus the Usos, even though I don't give a fuck, but that's still a big match.
That still be an amazing match.
Yeah, exactly. Tony Storm versus Rhea Ripley. Timeless Tony Storm now versus, the mommy Rhea Ripley. That'd been fun as fuck to watch. So wrestling matches would be fun as fuck to watch.
And imagine that they could have done, the very interesting part, they could have done AAA versus CMLL.
Like Dominic Mysterio.
A lot of combinations there with that. Huh?
Dominic Mysterio versus Kenny Omega.
Sure.
There was somebody I had in my head.
I'll say this: you could do MJF versus Roman.
MJF versus Kevin Owens. That'd be fun.
Yeah. There's
the
main event options there.
The main event of WrestleMania could be the Shield. Roman Reigns versus Moxley versus Seth.
Yeah, or you could do Hangman versus Seth. Oh gosh, Hangman! Like, there's a lot of Hangman matches that we'll want to see.
Hangman versus Logan Paul.
yeah, about the buckshots. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be pretty
a lot of options, but yeah, but that was in the news, and I think it's very interesting to talk about. So, last thing I got here, and this is not really a news story. It's really like I don't really do this history or this day in wrestling history, but this is such a big thing. I have to at least bring it up. 25 years ago this week. Speaking of acquisitions, WWF agreed to the acquisition of WCW, buying out the company that once dominated the Monday Night Wars. WCW would hold the final edition of Monday Night Nitro 25 years ago tomorrow. That was the greatest go-home show for a WrestleMania of all time. It's not going to beat it. I don't care what anyone says. 2001, WrestleMania 17. That was the greatest and forever will be the greatest go-home show to any WrestleMania period. You cannot top that. There's nothing that's ever going to be close to that. Ever. I don't give a fuck what happens 50 years from now. I don't care if WWE buys AEW. Nothing will top WWF at the time buying WCW, and a week later you have your last Nitro on the same night that WWF is going into their go-home show for the possibly, arguably now, the best WrestleMania of all time. So, do you remember where you were when Vince came on TV and he's all like, I want my competition.
I mean, I was home. I was watching it in my room, and I'm just like, "Is this really happening?" Like, because I was going back and forth. I'm seeing Vince on WCW television. I'm like, Jesus Christ,
yeah,
like, is this really happening? And then, of course, you had Shane come out and be like, "The contract said McMahon, only it wasn't you. I now own WCW."
With Vince's eyes got bug-eyed and stuff like that. Yeah,
which shameless self-promotion. So a while back. When it was just, I was just a solo act. Well, actually, no, I was on another show. I was on B Show Brian's podcast. Shout out to B Show, Spitball Media, when he used to have a wrestling show, and he would do a lot of I guess like fantasy booking, and we did a a fantasy booking the invasion angle, and that was fun as fuck. Like I look back on it, and I was unprepared for that, and we ended up having so much fun with it. And there was stuff we did with WCW. What if Benoit and Guerrero were around for it? That would have made it fun. And then I included ECW. Like, what if ECW was like, "Hey, we're still here," and they invaded OVW? Like, it could be a scenario where they invade OVW, and just the image of like Sabu with a chair on John Cena's neck, and Mike Awesome is just beating the shit out of young Brock Lesnar. And then you see Paul Heyman in the ring with his guys, just smiling at Jim Cornette. Hiya, Jimmy. And then Jim just takes his headset off. Motherfucker, you goddamn motherfucker. You have no respect for this business, goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to throw that out there. But obviously the invasion angle went the way it did. But I mean, you're right. That is the greatest go home show to a WrestleMania of all time, because Vince bought his competition, and then Shane swooped in, kayfabe, and then said, "No, I own it now." So,
right.
It was huge. I mean, because it was a big WCW, because you weren't sure what was going to happen. You had, Booker T walk out a double champion. You had Ric Flair wrestle in a shirt against Sting. And it was just all that possibilities of like, is Sting going to be on WWF television? Are we going to see Hogan back? Are we going to see Goldberg on WWF television? No, that happened because of guaranteed contracts, which I get. As a kid, I didn't understand it. Now as an adult, I'm like, hey, I'm getting paid a shit ton of money to stay at home and not do anything.
Right.
Why would I want to work? It's like, that, in these trying times, we would want that.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But someone's got to pay me a lot of money to stay at home and exist.
Yep.
I'm not going to argue.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, well, but that's it. That's all the news I have on tap.
All right, people, and we are done. Of course, thank you to Justin for making the show work the way it does.
I mean, if there's worth anything else, very, very minor. Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu is at the Netflix opening night premiere. Whereas the San Francisco Giants versus the New York Yankees. And yeah, that's whatever. So
okay,
it doesn't really mean anything, but yeah,
it means something to something. But yeah, thank you, Justin. Of course, thank you, Ruben. If you're watching, we hope you're feeling well, and we will see you back at work next week. No excuses.
Yep.
And shout out to everybody else. Friendly Neighborhood Marks. Or last week I did a lot of podcasts, so we had to get all the shows out of the way. Friendly Neighborhood Marks with me and RJ. We talked about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. Currently, it's our highest viewed. I believe it's our highest viewed episode on YouTube. So
yeah, I saw the Spider-Man trailer. I don't know if I'm very excited for it. I mean, if a lot of people are excited for it, great. But I don't know if I'm like, oh god, I gotta see. I did like a lot of the comic book correlations in there and tributes and stuff like that, and so. But people are excited for the movie. Hey, great! Happy for you guys. I'm not too sure I'm going to see it immediately. That'll be something I'll catch at home.
Right.
But you know what? Too, the other thing too that's very impressive about it. It had the biggest 24-hour views.
Yeah.
Of all time. Being out GTA 6 for a premiere trailer, so people are excited about it. So that's awesome. It's awesome for everyone who wants to see it.
When does GTA 6 come out?
Bro, it's supposed to be November, but we'll see. So,
oh man, but yeah, me and RJ talked about that last week, so it was a pretty fun conversation. I just now put up reels. StreamYard, you're only allowed to do 6 reels, I think, per month.
6 reels a month.
Well, the plan I'm on. So the plan I'm on is you can only make 6 I guess 6 reels or video clips is what they call them.
Yeah.
A month, so I try to use them sparingly. But
Just gotta space them out, man.
Yeah.
Just gotta do two 1 week, 2 next week, 1.
Yeah. But put up someone for me and RJ. So look those up. And then last week, Lunches with Punches, episode 2 with Joe Punches, where we too talked about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer and the Oscars. So look for that. And then Metal Drive Hoops, the basketball podcast I do with my friend Tony and Mike. We did one this week. No Tony, but me and Mike. So we just talked basketball, talked about the Spurs. And of course, next week, another episode of The Experience. And also next Saturday is Stand Deliver, and me and Jeff Lippman covering that. So DY Experience on Twitter, TikTok. I've been posting a lot of videos on there. Yeah, the I think I got like 10 extra followers, so it's like 422. So yeah. And
on Twitter?
TikTok. No, TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. I'm sorry. Okay.
Twitter, I have over 1,300. So, and then TikTok, been trying to get those followers up, and then Instagram, same thing, Drew Yard. So, but that's enough about me.
Oh, thank you for the introduction. Spinebuster Tees, spinebustertees.com. Go ahead and get yourself a t-shirt. And it takes me about a week and a half to get out to you. $19.97 online. Spinebuster Tees on Instagram. I am over 2,300 followers on there. Is growing every day on there. The funny thing is, I just opened the account 3 years ago, and now I got 2,300 followers. So it's growing very fast for a business. That's pretty quick. So hopefully by the end of the year, hopefully I'm at 3,000. So we'll see how that goes. But Spinebuster Tees on Instagram, and also you can come visit me at Spinebuster Tees at the Wonderland of the Americas, aka Crossroads Mall, this weekend. If you are in the San Antonio area, just want to mention this real quick plug. If anyone's listening to out there, that we're having a 5 Nights at Freddy's event. Plus, My Name is Earl. All the cast of My Name is Earl going to be there. I never watched it. I never watched it, never got it, never anything, but a lot of people love it. A lot of people love the cast. So the entire cast is going to be there. All the major stars are going to be there at the event. It's supposed to be a huge event. So if you're in the area, Texas area, you got some time, come check it out at Wonderland of the Americas. But inside my shop, you get action figures, Funko Pops, obviously t-shirts, hats, title belts, trading cards, pretty much anything there for your pro wrestling needs. But that is, again, Spinebuster Tees at the Wonderland of the Americas, Spinebuster Tees on Instagram, and Spinebuster Tees. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It was like when Bret Hart did the WCW. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, that is the show tonight, peeps. We will see y'all next week. Same time and same channel. And that is it. Thank you to everybody in the chat. I know Chris Matthews is here. I see a Threlax.
I didn't bring up the chat, but who was all here tonight?
I know Chris Matthews. I don't know if he's still watching. I know he was here earlier, dropped a nice little message. And a Threlax is here. So, but that is it, people. We will see y'all next week. Peace out and be safe.
All right, peace.